Hi dear viewers, welcome back, and here I am with another cup, and I think I will be doing just whenever I have a chance. I'm going to make as many videos as I possibly can in one day, because I have a 9 to 5 job. Not really 9 to 5, it's more like a 5 to 4 or 5 to 5 job that I have. And sometimes it gets a little hard for me to make videos every day or every other day like a lot of readers do. I don't make my living off of this at all, and so it's just a little bit hard for me to be consistent. So I will make as many videos as I possibly can back to back, and I'll just play by ear. If I can make a video every other day, I will. If I could make 2-3 videos in one day, I will. If I'm gone for a few days, you guys, don't panic. Please just don't think like I've left YouTube or anything like that. I'm very social. I'm very close to my family and that sort of thing. So that's why it takes me a little time to post videos. Also, I'm not that technical, like I'm not into social media, I'm not into talking, I'm not into speeches. It's kind of gets hard for me. I make lots of mistakes, so I have to edit my videos, so it's that sort of thing. Okay, so pardon me. Thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to be honest with you and be upfront about what's going on. Don't unsubscribe because you don't see me posting for a week, please. It's just I'm all over the place, guys. Okay, so this is the Scott Morrison cup, and I did this cup last week. So obviously time has passed, and here he is traveling back. Remember how he was on vacation in Hawaii or whatever he went when there was like fire raging through Australia and killing animals and devastating the ecosystem, and he was somewhere. So then he goes back, and he goes back to a building up on a hill. And honestly, I don't know the Australian comparison to the White House, but I see that he went up to a place up on a hill surrounded at the lower areas by other buildings. So that's where he went back. And you guys, I see complete deforestation. There are no trees, there's no wildlife around here, and him traveling back to that. He's meeting with another gentleman. The other gentleman is telling him, listen, you guys, you have to meet with these other people who are environmentalists. And so he goes and he meets with a very voluptuous woman. She has a great like slamming body, you guys. So they go, him and the other gentleman, to meet with this other voluptuous woman. There were animals all over the place, different territories in Australia. Now this was a very short cup, I must admit. And that's one of the reasons that I wasn't like, oh, I gotta post it. But nonetheless, the obvious, it just states the obvious. So here you have this man meeting these two men meeting this woman. Animals, see these little things? These are different types of animals. See these light spots here? These are different territories. And here you have a bunch of other, and I'm going to say these are environmentalists, who meet up on top of another hill and sit on benches. They sit on benches and they talk amongst themselves, and they are worried, and they have they're exchanging ideas, they're exchanging worries, and what can we do, what is going on. There's a sense of urgency, and there's a sense of loss among them. And there's this more, see, like 1 2 3 4 5 6. So what that's telling me is that there are more than 6. Just sometimes just a cup doesn't show you like 500 people, it just shows you groups of people. So you have another group, and in that group there is a younger gentleman, and that younger gentleman has his head down, he is crying, he is devastated, and he's talking to these other environmentalists who are sitting up on benches. Perhaps it could be a court or some sort of convention, like some sort of environmental convention that they meet, and the younger man who has his head down is in charge of some sort of animals, different types of animals, and he's explaining to these other people the endangered situation that these animals are caught in. And the gentleman, the younger man who has his head down and is there to speak about the animals, lives on the lower part of Australia. He lives like on the plains part. He doesn't live up on the hill parts of Australia. Now, if I were more professional, I would have done my research and I would have said, oh, these people are up on top of Australia. I don't know. I'm so sorry, Australians. I will not do this again. I will be up to par my Australian geography. But I would say that the area where the animals are most in danger are the plainer areas, not the mountainous areas. And so here we have this convention, this meeting of minds, and this is for the Prime Minister. So obviously this is a situation that he finds himself in. This is what saturates him. He's thinking about it. This is not falling on deaf ears. I know that he is from the religious right, and it's very hard to think that someone from the religious right would even care about the environment, because I don't care if you want to block me, if you want to unsubscribe. If you're from the religious right, you think that there's nothing wrong with the environment and that the animals are okay and they're there for your benefits and that you shouldn't help them. That's my belief and I'm sticking to it, and if you don't like it, you can leave. But here in this situation, this gentleman who's from the far right is feeling the pressure. He's feeling the pressure. And you have all these environmentalists. The PMs may come and go, but these people are there. This is their career, and they're there for decades and decades and decades. Now, there wasn't much going on this cup, but I did see you guys in Australia. I'm sorry to tell you. Now, I didn't even look at the screen. I was moving erratically. I don't know why. It's just the camera. But at the bottom of the cup, I see, after all these fires, I see mudslides. I'm sorry. I see water and I see mudslides in parts of Australia. So right now you have the fires, but then the rains are going to come and you're going to be faced with another situation, mudslides. I'm sorry, you guys. That's what I saw. And you know what? When I did the cup and I saw the mudslides, that's one of the reasons I didn't even want to read it. Because like I told you, this is Christmas. I had people coming over. It was so nice to have my cousin. She is such a wonderful lady, and she encouraged me so much to keep going with the cup and my readings. She was worried at first, but she was like, no, I mean, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had. And she became a lawyer, you guys. She's a lawyer, and she went through hell, and she put herself through school, and she had a son. She was a single mother at the time, and she made me feel so good. She said, if it weren't for you telling me, when before she even was pregnant, I told you, you're gonna have a baby and you're gonna be like alone with the baby, but you're gonna do great. You're gonna go to invest some money, you're gonna get some documents. And it was her diploma. I couldn't tell if it was a diploma or what, but I said, you're gonna go and you're gonna get some money or some documents, and they're gonna help you, and you're gonna be moving on. And I see books, tons of books and tons of papers in your house, like maybe you're gonna be going to college. And she told me, if it hadn't been for you giving me that and reading the cup, and she used to come read the cup with me like every week, like every freaking Friday she was there. And sometimes I was like tired and dead, and she was like, you always read it for me, and I'm so thankful. Now here I see the mudslides and everything, but this is gonna be, after this is gonna be like these people are going to be getting control. They may even be laws passed in Australia where the scientists, the environmentalists, will be giving some sort of rights, some sort of participation in government over this. And that's what I see here for this cup. I wanted to just go ahead and not do tarots today. I will do more tarots later on in the week, but for today, because I had these 3 cups, I had John Lewis and I had Scott Morrison's, and now I have Donald Trump's cup, I'm just going to move forward and go ahead with just putting videos up of the cup. But I promise you guys, soon enough. I wanted to make these videos last week and I never got around to it, and I apologize for that, but I'm just going to post this cup and post my Donald Trump reading